Today's Nintendo Direct was delayed for unfortunate reasons, and our hearts and condolences go out to all the families and individuals affected by the very powerful and very damaging natural disasters in Japan. They had every reason to postpone the presentation. We don't have a date for when it will return, but Nintendo says it is soon. In the meantime, though, there are still other games coming to Switch on this Thursday, and we've got 7 of them to discuss with all of you. 6 are brand new announcements. 1 is a release date update of a game I know Gabe is just gaga over, but we'll get to that in a minute. Gabe, I want to begin with one that was just officially, formally confirmed this morning. It was rumored for a while, but Lego Harry Potter collection is coming to Nintendo Switch on October 30th.
Yes, I don't want to be crucified for saying this, but I don't like Harry Potter that much. It's never resonated with me. I read the first few books. Little fun fact, Zach, my music teacher in elementary school gave me what I believe the 3rd book was. It was The Prisoner of Azkaban for helping during a play. I was helping with the setting up of it all. I wasn't acting or singing or anything, but I helped, and she knew I really enjoyed reading back then, so she gifted me that. She signed it. I don't know where that book went. I wish I still had it. But Lego Harry Potter, I've never played, but for the most part, Lego games are still really fun. You know what you're going to be getting with these. You're going to have some opportunities to play some co-op with children, significant others. Doesn't matter. They're fun for that. You've actually played these though, Zach. What do you think?
I have. I used to be a solid Harry Potter fan. I'm definitely more of a Disney guy than a Harry Potter guy when it comes to the decision between Universal and Disney. I'm all in on the Disney side of things, but I have played these games. They're fun, like you mentioned, Gabe. They're traditional Lego fare, so if you played any of the Lego games, you know what they're like. I will say that these games released a while back, so they are probably not going to be as finely crafted as the more recent Lego titles. I feel like they stepped things up the last couple of years, and these games probably definitely will not have the modern conveniences and modern tweaks that they've made to the latter releases. But what is interesting to note here is that it is launching with a cheaper price point on Xbox One, apparently, than on Switch, which is never a good thing to see. It doesn't look like it's going to be a full-price release on Switch, but currently it does have a rumored higher MSRP on Switch, at least in Europe, than on Xbox One, which is always concerning.
Yeah, the Switch tax into effect. I know we like to joke about that thing, but sometimes it's real.
Yeah, I wish that it wasn't. Again, Warner Brothers, they love Nintendo Switch. They're insanely big on the on the platform, and I wish that other companies would take this approach. So yeah, Harry Potter years 1 through 4 was initially released in 2010, so that's an 8-year-old game, and 5 through 7 were released in November 2011, so that is a 7-year-old game. So they're pretty old. But yeah, if you're into Harry Potter or you're into Lego, it's something third party on Switch. But Gabe, let's get to what really matters here. Your game, your destiny. It has a release date. It was announced a couple days ago, but Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, is coming not by surprise drop, but a direct, not for the holiday season, but January 18th, 2019.
Well, Zach, it's with good reason, right? Suda was nice enough to not want to impact the sales of Smash.
Right.
So, I mean, clearly, No More Heroes would just bite into the apple a little bit too much, and then no one would get Smash because everyone's going to be playing No More Heroes, right? So, right. I applaud this effort. It's early next year, so I mean that's cool. And contrary to what you say, I'm not super into this game, but whatever. We'll play along.
Hey, this is your dude. For Halloween, you are Travis.
Can I be Batman instead?
I feel like you're too much of a good guy to be Batman.
Probably.
You got to be Travis.
Sure.
You got to take over. I feel like this game went from very intriguing and interesting, and the promise of Switch and third party love, and now it's just kind of like, hey, it's coming out January 18th. And not to say that it couldn't still be good, but I feel like, I don't know. It doesn't seem to have the best impressions and reports thus far. We haven't played it ourselves, but we'll be able to check it out in about 4 months. 4 months. Something that should come a little bit sooner is Observer. Gabe, if you're excited for Cyberpunk 2077 and you want something else in that sort of genre of futuristic tech overload. This is a game from Bloober Team, the people that made Layers of Fear, and it takes place in the year 2084. You are Daniel Lazarski, an elite neural detective known as an observer whose purpose is to hack and invade suspects' minds. It got pretty solid reviews. I actually played the initial release on PC, and they don't have a date yet, but it is coming soon to the platform. It's a pretty game, so if they're able to achieve this on Switch, I think it would be a nice addition.
Yeah, well, they are achieving it on Switch. What did you think when you played it, though?
It's not necessarily like my full-on cup of tea, but it is pretty cool. I don't know. I felt like it was well-made. I played the first couple hours. It's definitely very narrative-driven. There are some weird, I don't know if horror is the right word, but like thriller, creepy effects, and it's got like a very sinister vibe to it.
They call it horror. They call it cyberpunk horror.
Yeah, I guess I guess psychological horror. Yes, that from that aspect, it's not going to be like, ooh, there's a. As far as I know, the game of the demons is coming later on in the video. But hey, it's got Joy-Con support, touchscreen support. You can play docked and handheld, and not that those are exciting features, but some games these days are removing the ability to use certain controllers.
I want to make one funny note. As of October 1st, 2017, there was an article on DualShockers.com that says Bloober Team currently has no plans to bring Observer to Nintendo Switch, but that might change in the future. And it's just cool that it did change.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of indies in particular, it's very hard for them to stay away. Like, it's very hard for them to ignore the fact that, one, there is a void of, a lot of AAA, so you can get in there and get good. But like Observer, honestly, like it came out last year, and like GameSpot gave it a 9 out of 10. It got really good reviews, and I do think this is one that people can sink their teeth into, and has a pretty deep and exciting narrative. It's not really like Layers of Fear, so don't draw that comparison.
I want to say $30 on every platform. So presumably that's what it's going to cost on Switch as well?
Yeah, which seems like I think that's like a fair price point for that. I wouldn't want it to be anything, more than that. I'm going to give you the main story is about 6.5, 7 hours long. So $30 seems fair for that.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Cool. Let's move to another game that is coming to Switch. This is Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, which is a sort of prequel, as they say, to 2015's Rebel Galaxy. It is a game about blue-collar space combat adventure packed with outlaws, explosions, gleefully unrealistic spacefight, and one heck of a soundtrack. It's set 34 years prior to Rebel Galaxy, and it actually looks pretty neat. It's launching Q1 on Nintendo Switch as well as other platforms, and I really dug the trailer. You guys are seeing it now, but it has a really nice vibe, and typically not my type of game, but on Switch, this is where that handheld nature does factor in, and I guess it still has some hold over me.
Yeah, I've never really been into games like this, but like you, I think I'm a little bit intrigued here. I love the unrealistic flights things. Like, nobody wants to realistically fly. That's probably not super fun.
Well, it's pretty hard to have realistic space flight, right? How many people can model realistic space flight?
I can. I won't.
You can?
Yeah, but I won't.
You're a space engineer, a space boy?
Yeah.
I feel like if offered the chance to like go and like protect humanity, or like, I don't know, seek out some secret mineral that we needed to save humanity, you might be willing to do that.
I'm willing. Even if there's like a 1% chance, I'm in. I got you guys. I'll save everyone.
It's a very colorful, very pretty game. And if you want to be an outlaw, and you want to be rebel scum and do that sort of thing, it looks kind of cool. Yeah. And it's coming, like I said, you're in a tough choice, Gabe. It's Travis or being rebel scum.
Man, can I have a couple extra coins so I can just get both?
Yeah, if you buy all the stuff that's coming out on Switch this fall, then you'll probably have enough points to at least get discounts on a few of these. Maybe you'll want to use your discount, though, for Agony Game, which is coming to terrorize Switch later this year, and that might be quite literally, because this game, not received very well. It's very disgusting, disturbing. I don't recommend it in the slightest, not only because it is gross, but it got very poor reviews. But I wanted to mention it because it is interesting that Nintendo, similar to Outlast, does allow and invite these kinds of things on their platform, which at the end of the day, I think is good for expanding the genre list and the type of game that exists on Switch. But it's not for me, and it doesn't seem like it's really for anybody, because the reviews were
terrible, abysmal.
Yeah, Yeah, they say that the Switch version will be free from bugs that were present in the other version. So.
Give me the bugs. But yeah, I'm not gonna be playing this. There's a lot of like really like grotesque and unnecessary stuff here, and as Zach will attest, I'm not like very like sensitive about these things. Like I don't get like scared or anything like that. But some of the things in here are just like completely unnecessary. I don't honestly even know what I'm gonna do about the trailer because I don't want to show it. There's some crazy.
Yeah, just give a screenshot. I mean, I don't know. I feel a type of way about even. It's there.
There's like bad stuff being done to babies. Like no.
I'm not. Again, to me, it's the thing of like, okay, it's interesting that this is coming to Switch. I don't think anyone should be a part of this, though.
Yeah.
But hey, that's for you to decide, I suppose. Forgotten Anne. Please don't forget her. She's coming to Switch next year as well. This is another Square Enix collective title, which came out earlier this year on other platforms, and now it's coming to Switch in early 2019. This is a hand-drawn, very beautifully animated, side-scrolling adventure using the power of the Arca, a stone which allows her to manipulate the world's energy, and must tackle a rebellion that would otherwise prevent her and her master from ever returning to the human world, and you don't want her to be forgotten.
Yeah, the art style super reminiscent of like Studio Ghibli and all the great stuff that they do over there. I know Jake from Switch Force. He's somewhere probably watching a Studio Ghibli movie right now. I know he enjoys.
Do you have a favorite Studio Ghibli movie?
Ghibli? Neighbor Toto. Neighbor Toto.
My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah. I haven't seen it in such a long time. Like to be
really?
fair.
I saw it when I was little and loved it.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's a slow watch.
I loved it when I was a kid for some reason.
I'm all about Spirited Away. That's my personal favorite. I think Princess Mononoke is pretty cool. But we've seen like all of them from the more popularized releases like Ponyo to Kiki's Delivery Service to
they're like as close to what they remind me of what old Disney used to do, basically. Like
yeah, except usually a lot more somber.
Yeah. Well, old Disney stuff was somber sometimes.
Yeah, Bambi is sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to go see the museum that they have over there in Japan. I think that'd be fun. I know that's a goal of Jake's, so we'll have to get him over there one time.
Yeah.
In the meantime, though, that's Forgotten Anne. The last one of the day is Will. So if you're not about Anne, maybe you're about Will, A Wonderful World coming to Switch this October. It has undergone a redesign to perfectly fit the Nintendo Switch. In this game, you take on the role of a young girl who seems to embody fate itself. You're told early on that you're a god, and it's your job to help shape the fates of any humans who pray to you. They'll do so by writing you letters, and it's studying these letters that a large portion of the gameplay will take place. It's very heavy on choice-based gameplay, and you get these letters and have to decide how you will deal with the senders and help determine their fate. So it's a visual novel, but it is very pretty looking, and I like that they have tailored it to Switch, which I assume means touchscreen stuff, maybe? Or they just changed up the UI to better fit the handheld nature? I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably. This game isn't for everyone. It's super niche. There's a lot of blocks of text. So,
yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of reading, unless it's all like voice, but I don't think it's completely voice. But, yeah, visual novel, niche. It could still be cool, though. I've never played a visual novel, and I don't intend on starting them.
Insanely positive reviews on Steam. 2,640 overwhelmingly positive. It's very positive in that way, but yeah, it's going to appeal to a certain crowd and probably not beyond that. But again, today's episode proves anything. It proves that Nintendo is trying to appeal to just about everybody, from the Lego fans to the Travis fans like you, Gabe, to spooked out cyberpunkers for Observer. You've got space pirates in Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. You have
people in agony.
People, yeah, no comment. Forgotten Anne, and then Will. My favorite of the day, Gabe. I feel terrible saying this, but it's got to be. I want to play Travis for myself. I want to play Travis Strikes Again to just understand what's going on. Will we ever actually get No More Heroes 3? What happened to this game? It's. I don't even know if I can say it's polarizing. It's just kind of polared. But I want to. I kind of still want to just see it, maybe.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to play it for myself. Maybe there is a ton of fun to be had there. Who knows? It's not the gameplay style that we would all like. We recently saw like some screenshots that indicated that the traditional No More Heroes gameplay might be in the game a little bit. And like you said, if this does well, we'll get No More Heroes 3. They've already said that they want to make it. They just got to get this out first. And yeah,
Right.
that's probably my pick as well.
Alrighty, let us know your pick in the comments down below. It's not Nintendo Direct, but again, that was delayed for very worthwhile reasons. And once more, our hearts and prayers go out to all those affected over there in Japan. Hopefully, that stuff they can find safety as soon as possible, and all those affected can get back to normalcy at some point soon. In the meantime, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch and the slew of releases that are announced each and every week. We've got you covered, so follow us on Twitter and Discord if you want more. Links in the description below. For myself and Gabe, a fantastic day, a fantastic weekend. We love you. Till next time, Switch Force out.